Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here coming to you live from Mesa in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling, fun Friday. How was your day? What fun things did you get up to today? What stuff did you get cleared off your plate so that you can have a nice, quiet weekend or a very active weekend? Some people I know are celebrating Christmas early, and I think it was last night was the last night of Hanukkah. So how has your week been? Have you had fun? Um, it's been a busy day here today. Not only did I have the genealogy stuff to do, I also got a big list on a project that I'm working on where I'm helping somebody out, doing some admin work for them. And they sent me over this huge list of stuff. So I've been slashing that stuff off that list like crazy. I think I'm almost done. There's a couple of things I'm going to have to do on Monday and some stuff I'm going to have to schedule into next week. But apart from that, the list is basically done. It's been an awesome, awesome day. It's been a very productive day of music going. But I have a crazy dog. So she's now looking at the thing. She has now fallen over the last 2 or 3 days. She's fallen into this new routine where in the morning, we get up, we get dressed, we go for our morning walk. All perfectly normal. We do it every morning. Then I come back and I sit down and I do the morning training. Perfectly fine. Although now she's getting very vocal during that training, like, I want attention. And so after the training is done, it's then time for me to have breakfast and get to work. So she comes and she sits here next to me and gets her 4 Cheerios that I have, because I have Cheerios for breakfast. She gets her 4 Cheerios. And if you don't hurry up, she's now starting to whine a little bit. But normally she does her little look down at the thing and then look straight ahead. But this morning she was very vocal about it. Where are my Cheerios? I want my Cheerios. And I said, you're not getting them all at once. You get them one at a time when I decide. And so then after breakfast, we do the dishes, perfectly normal, all part of the routine. And then I sit down to get some work done. Well, that is when she decides she's going to go on a rampage. She will run up and down the RV. She starts whining like crazy. She comes and she tries to interact with me. She basically wants to play for the whole morning. And she wait and then Chris, who's our mail carrier, turns up sometime between 11 and 12, usually around 11:30 to 11:45, and she's sitting by the door. And by 11 o'clock, she is sitting at the door whining because if I don't have that outside door open, Chris is not going to give her a treat. I tell you, she has the mail carrier trained. Whether we've got mail or not, if the door is open but the screen door closed, Chris will actually stop, get out of the mail truck, come over, give her a treat, and let me know whether or not she's got any mail for me. If she has mail for me, she'll hand it to me through the slot in the screen door. And once Zephy has had that treat, then we want to perform a little bit because it's now getting closer to lunchtime. So she wants whatever I'm having for lunch, which she doesn't usually get. But she sits here next to me being hopeful. And then as soon as the lunch dishes are done, she's out. She is asleep. She is on the couch. She is in her bed. She is in her crate. She is on top of her crate, or she's on the bed. She's out, down for the count, till around 4:30. Then it's sort of like, oh, it's fourth, it's jump up. Let's do some running up and down. We'll have something to eat. We'll have something to drink. And then we'll bug the crap out of me until I engage with her. Now because I'm on the live, but she normally runs up and down and performs during, she's now sitting quietly on the top step looking out the screen door. But this is the pattern that she's started to fall into over the last 3 days. And it's kind of sort of like, why? I mean, then the morning before we get up, we have snuggle time in the morning where she gets lots of pets and loving, and we just cuddle up. And then when we go for our walks and that, she gets lots of praises during the walks about how well she's walking on the leash. She actually walks a lot better on the one that's around my waist than the one that I hold in my hand that I get my shoulder pulled out of joint, pulled out of place every time. With her tugging, she's now tugging on my waist, and it's a lot easier to walk because when I'm walking, I'm not tugging her with the leash as much as I was when I was using the handheld one. The one that goes around the waist, I find more comfortable to walk with her. It's a shorter leash, so she's closer to me. But if she starts pulling away, the bungee thing starts pulling her back. So it's not putting a lot of strain on my back. It's not putting a lot of strain on her. It's just letting her know, hey, come back here. And she seems to be getting used to it, although she has figured out that if she walks around me, she can get the leash to go around the other side of my body and gives her a little more leeway on the right-hand side than if she goes across the body. She's figuring things out. It was only this morning was only her third time on the leash because we used it lunchtime yesterday. Hey, come here. about you. But, she wants to engage more. She wants to play more when we get back from the walks and everything. And after breakfast and the dishes are done, she just wants to play until Chris turns up. Then, of course, not long after Chris turns up, it's lunchtime, so she wants to participate in that. She may go eat her food during that time. She may not. But it's just that, and then the afternoon, I get like 4 hours of nothing from her. Like she'll get up and she'll walk around and go and change positions on sleeping, and I get up for a break as often as I can. And when she's asleep somewhere, I will go up and I'll give her some pets and tell her what a good girl she's being. And she just puts her head up and puts it back down and goes back to sleep. So I'm not sure, but I have 4 silent hours every afternoon. And the rest of the time it's all like, oh my gosh, all right, go play. So I'm wondering if it's because we're not going outside as much as we were. Because it's, Zephy, come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. She's looking at me, but she doesn't want to come over. Come front. Problem is, and this afternoon we've had a dog somewhere around that is consistently barking all afternoon. So Zephy's been very quiet, but we've had some dog nearby that has been barking up a storm the entire afternoon. So it's all part of life. But I'm wondering if she's getting like this because the last few mornings we haven't been outside, sitting outside and her on a long lead because it's been too cold. Hey! And at the park, you can have your dogs out on a long lead or in a fenced-in area on your site, but you're not allowed to leave them unattended. So unless I go and sit out there and work with her, and if I go and sit out there and I work with her, if don't have my attention on her when she's outside, she starts kicking up her performance and coming over and trying to jump up on me and all that sort of stuff. So even when I'm outside with her, I wouldn't get any work done anyway. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with her at the moment, but if anybody has any ideas, she's going to be 2 in March. I would greatly appreciate some advice on this because I don't know what's going on with her just developing this new routine and being a little more, not aggressive, but being more playful and more engaging. So, which I don't mind her being playful and engaging, but it's just sort of like, I have to work, give me an hour, and we'll get up and we'll play for a little bit. And I don't mind breaking up my time to do that and having a timer set so when it goes off, if I'm at a good place to stop, I can stop. If I'm not at a good place, I'll just say, give me 5 minutes or whatever, get to that place where we can stop and then go play with her. But she wants it constantly in the morning. But the afternoon, she'll go sleep the whole afternoon away. But she does sleep very well at night, so that's good too. But anyway, so if you have any suggestions on why my puppy is suddenly wanting 4 or 5 hours of play in the morning, I would greatly appreciate anybody's feedback on this. But apart from that, I love my pup. So we're going to go for our evening WALK now. Actually, I've got 10 minutes of work left, and then we're going to go do a WALK because then I will have everything done today that I can fully have done on this project, and I'll pick up the rest of it on Monday morning. So it's already blocked into the times are already blocked into my calendar when I'm going to be working on this stuff. And I know that there's more stuff coming down the pipeline for this particular project. So first thing Monday morning, I have calls to make, I have processes to work on, and then of course my genealogy will be being worked on at the same time. So it's all about planning out the calendar, planning in the breaks, planning in the lunch break, so I don't work through lunch or anything like that. Although with Zephy's new routine, her knows what's going to happen. As long as when I'm on the phone, she's not too noisy. But anyway, so it's been an awesome day. I have loved today. I've had so much fun. And now it's time to go and quickly finish up the last 3 things I have to do. And then it is off for WALK. And we'll go have a look and see if we can see. Looks like it's clear skies, so we may see Jupiter and Saturn tonight, as well as Mars and the moon as well, because the moon's starting to show it. It's got a little slither of moon showing. And we'll see how much closer it's getting because, let's see, today's the 18th, so in 3 days on the 21st, which happens to be the winter solstice, is the day that Saturn and Jupiter are going to be in alignment with each other and cause a bright star. So curious to see just how bright of a star. I mean, Jupiter's pretty bright up there right now, but I'm curious to see that when the two are, and Saturn's a little off in the distance and not quite as bright. So I'm curious to see that when the 2 planets are in alignment, what that's actually going to look like. So I am praying for clear skies on the 21st. So we'll be able to see that alignment happen. So it's kind of fun. Kind of curious to see it. So anyway, and if you are looking for it, according to the articles, it will be in the west, and it will be best seen just after the sun sets on the western sky. So it's getting over towards the western horizon right now. But the 21st is also the shortest day of the year. So we have to go for a walk extra early that night. Maybe we'll do a Facebook Live out there, although I'm not sure how good my camera will pick that one up. What else? Maybe we'll give it a try and we'll see. Anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Let us know what fun things you got up to today. And we will catch you guys tomorrow for Shake It Up Saturday. Hey, konara.